I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. It's time to get lit, it's time to get fit. Let's meal prep and get it in, get it in. Transformation freedom, and they're the most heaven. Let's hit the gym and get fit, get fit.
You got me as I was sipping my water. So I'm trying something a little bit different, and I already see I'm gonna need to be up. But here we are. Good morning, good morning. It's Tina with Enriched by Tina, here to help you get your whole life together, mind, body, and soul. So we've been here, we've been doing what we've been doing, and we have been trusting and believing God for some mighty great things. We this whole week we've been talking about the power of choice. So we have the choice to choose life or choose death, and we know if we stay with the flesh, we're choosing death. So that means we got to walk in this spirit and to make sure that we're doing um, all that God has called us to do. So we are doing things in real time, real life. Um, we are moving and grooving, and so we are. I'm trying to make sure I remember to do these things. Get this stuff out the way. Good morning to whoever's that's alive right here with me. I did not forget. It was a few of you all that said yes, you want the book. I'm going to give you the information that you need where you can purchase, and I can get it in the mail to you if you are not local. This is a book that I wrote where I'm one of the authors in the book. What's going on, Rick? So good to see you. I'm one of the co-authors in this book called Reaffirm, and it's where you shed, shift and show up. And so it's 15 powerful stories, and one of the stories in the chapter is mine, which is no longer bound, which is hashtag. That's where Tina 2.0 comes from. That's where free her. So we're in the movement of freeing her, and so that's where that comes from. So if this is something that you would like, um, they are. If I have to mail it to you, it's gonna be, a little bit for the postage. But I can get all that amount to you. But so you can get this book and let it bless your life, because like I said, not only is my story in there, there is 14 other authors in there that have a story to let you know how you can shed, shift, and show up for yourself. And so we're grateful for that. I don't really talk about it that much, but hey, I am a published author. As I say, I'm trying to get my speech together. Motivational speaker. I'm a teacher. I'm a trainer. All these things. So if you need me, listen, hit me up, because guess what, your girl done married people. What's going on, Dr. Dom? Good morning, Teresa. um I can marry people. So I do event planning, all these types of things. So if you find yourself in need of something, and I can do it, then hey, hit me up. Let me bless your life. That's a part of who I am, and what Enriched by Tina does. It enriches your life. It helps you push you into a direction that you never thought you can get in, stretch you more than you thought you can be stretched. So um those are some things that I'll be able to do, and you can as they say, utilize my services. And so um I don't know why the Lord had me go there this morning, but He did. So listen, we are still in the topic in the vein of mindset because we'll stay there. And then when you have a mindset, we're talking about the power of choices. And so if you ever think about when you needing to make decisions and you struggling of which way you need to go, um James 1 and 5 is a good place to as they say, hang your hat. It's a good place to be around. 1 and 5, James asks us that and reminds us, because when we don't know what to do, we really need to ask God for some wisdom. Good morning, Keisha. So good to see you. Good morning, Regina. We need to ask God for his wisdom, right? And so James 1 and 5 is a place where you can kind of hang around, where it talks about that. It says that if you lack wisdom, and let me pull it up, and I've been in the children's Bible, y'all, because I want to get a clear understanding about this thing. Uh, So, but if any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. God is generous. Good morning, Africa. So good to see you. God is generous. He enjoys giving to all people. So God will give you wisdom. Well, I had to I had to go over to the Gen Z Bible, um, and I know some people like Gen Z. Well, baby, sometimes you just got to hear it in a different format. Um, and so this what it says: if any of you need some wisdom, just hit up God. You know what I mean? And then, like we talked about yesterday, um, that God will set us up for something. He'll hook us up. So it said hit him up. He's always giving it out without any judgment or shade. Y'all know I was kin to Shady Grady, right? Mr. Daniel could throw shade like nobody. I know that's why I gave him the nickname Shady Grady. Because when I tell you he could throw shade. So that's what he said. He ain't even gonna be any judgment. Good morning, Mother McKnight. He said, I'm not gonna give you any judgment or shade. Meaning I'm not gonna give you a little jab and be shady with it. He already know what we need when we ask him, right? So then he says, and just trust. He'll definitely, here he go. They said it again, hook you up with what you need. You see, there we go back with that hookup. Like if God gonna hook you up, he gonna set you up for the right direct to go in the right direction. So if we lack this wisdom, the thing that we need, the guidance that we need, the stuff that's gonna get us in the right direction in making a better choice and doing some good things. Because like I told y'all, I this weekend, y'all know I love to be at the good morning, Dr. LeJune. Y'all know my home away from home. Do anybody know what's my home away from home? Okay, put it in the chat if you know what's my home away from home. I just want to know if you know me. Like, see if you know me. I just want to know because I was at my home away from home. That's right, the beach. Yes, if anybody knows me, a couple people asked me last night was like, I really want to go to the beach. And I said, baby, say less. That's all you got. Baby, say less. I will start looking tomorrow. So I look on my break, I'm gonna look and okay. And if you want to go to the beach, all you gotta say is let's listen. We put out what we do is we put our coins together and we make it happen. Um, and we go, Pastor Leah, she joked with me about one of these times I'm gonna go with you. I said, and come on. I said, because we sit, all we do, we sit at the beach. If the weather lets us, I like to sit at the beach. I like to listen at the ocean waves, have some good music, have my snacks, and baby, we have a good time. And then y'all have to tell me, you ready? Cause baby, I stay there for 7, 8 hours. But you have to tell me, okay, top flight, I done had enough of the sun. Cause then cause that's all I'm telling you, I'm a whole beach bum. Like people say, I just don't know. But yes. So when I was at my place, now I'm having to make some better choices because you know, this body does what the body does, and as you get older, and there are some different things. Yes, it's the snacks for me too, Lakeisha. Listen, but I'm gonna have to make me some better choices on snacks. I'm gonna have to find me a potato chip that doesn't have all that salt in it, right? Because um my feet start swelling. So um look, I'm drinking my water and I'm minding my business. Somebody told me to soak my foot in some Epsom salt. And then I um and some other stuff too. But I do have a call into my doctor because I'm like, okay, it's starting to, little concern me. So I said, but God, I know that I have to make some better choices. I got to get these eating habits together. And it was a good thing because last night I was going after church, I was gonna go get something to eat, which that is way, way too late for me to get something to eat. Um, so I came on home and ate some fruit, drank some water, and went on to bed. Good morning, Sister Chris. Good morning, Sister Deborah. How you doing? So when we're in these choices and asking God for this wisdom, we have to make sure that we that what we're doing aligns up with God, number one. So that means my snacks is gonna have to be a little bit healthier. I mean, not because I'm still going to the beach. And so that means I have to make sure that I have the right things that I need. So my first point is that when we get this wisdom, the wisdom that we get from God, it's not a mystery. It's not something that we're just pulling out of the hat, right? With this wisdom is a promise and not a puzzle piece. Like we ain't got to try to figure out, put it together. God wants us to have wisdom so we don't have to guess at it. It takes out the guesswork, like because sometimes we can make some decisions and they may not be the best decisions. So therefore, we have to ask God to give us that wisdom in the midst of it, so we don't sit and struggle. Sometimes it's a matter of asking God for some direction or who to touch or who is the person that might be the best person for you. We just have to ask, and He will give it to us. It says, "Seek, and you shall find; knock, and the door shall be open unto you." So we have to start thinking about God's promises, and that his wisdom is wisdom. It ain't nothing that you got to figure out. His wisdom is a promise, and you can take it to the bank. And so number two is God gives without shame or hesitation. Good morning, Shirley. How you doing? So good to see you. So when you think about this, or sometimes if this is you, I want you to say this me, because this me. Like I could be going through something, I could be really down in the dumps, but because of somebody's reaction, and I think not Mother McKnight, Mother Nash put it on here. Some people is walking around in depression because they won't say nothing, because they think that you're gonna judge them, and that you're gonna shame them for whatever it is that they're going through. Right now, I'm not saying that we should be out here celebrating if we're out here doing some things that's contrary to the will of God. But there are times when you miss the mark. And if you miss the mark and you want to say something to somebody, well, one, you go to God, but sometimes you want a tangible person. Is somebody say me? I sometimes I just want to talk to a tangible person. Is that you? I want to know if I'm by myself. Let me know if that's you. That sometimes you do want to bounce something off somebody else, but you're reluctant, especially when we have like these small groups. And and we're some of us that are on are part of the sister circle, and we're in a small group, a Bible study, and then we and then you got to share, because that's a part of growing and building up. You're building community with these other ladies. And so there are times where you may be vulnerable and you're a little nervous because now I'm finna tell my business. Now something is getting ready to happen. I gotta say something because the part of this studying God's word, and right now we're on love, and I'm telling you, mm, I'm like Tina Turner. What love got to do with it? Love got a lot to do with it. Okay, I see I'm not by myself. So when you want to do some things, but God gives us the wisdom that it doesn't matter what it is that we have done. He doesn't criticize us. He welcomes us. He said, come on in. Come on in the room. Come on in and sit down and sit for a while. Talk to me. Let me know what's happening. He wants us to respond to the call of action that he has for us. And so when we do these things, according to James, all we got to do is just ask for this wisdom. We just got to ask for it. A lot of times, some of us you could be right on the brink of something. The person could be right that need to give you what you need, but they don't know that you need it. And you walking in your shame, walking in feeling some kind of way, because of the lack, now I'm gonna say this. People can be cruel, people can be a lot of things. And it keeps us, it bounds us, it trips us up because we are trying to figure out, can I say something? Can I trust them? Can I do this? Can I? And sometimes you have to just jump out there on a wing and a prayer. And so it brings me to my third point is you have to ask him. Asking him is really an act of faith. So sometimes we have to walk in faith, you know, and when you say, um, what is faith? Faith is, something that you want to say, okay, God, I don't know, but I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna stretch my faith to say I'm gonna do it. And guess what? You only have to have a size of a mustard seed. And you come on, the very person that you is staying away from it, is the person that it might be the least person that you think might do it. That's the one you've been avoiding, the one that you don't even want to deal with is the one that has the key to your next step. So sometimes we might have to have a little humble pie. That you know what? Let me see something. I just figured this out. I can do this. Wait a minute. That's I forgot. So come on. It says, wait a minute. That's not the right one? But that is a good one. But this the one that I want to say. She said, if a person has not been spending time with God, they will not trust enough to ask. Now, baby, you better say that. If you don't trust him, if you don't even know that you have all these things that he can give you, you won't even know to ask him because you ain't even spent no time with him. And she said, and stop expecting the answer to come from someone you know. Because guess what? It can be a complete stranger. Because we can be entertaining a stranger unaware. And sometimes you just don't know what God is trying to do. And he can use a complete stranger to get you to your next. But some of us is like, I'm not dealing with nobody else. I don't really want to fool with nobody. I got what I got and I don't need nothing else. Good morning, Margaret. So good to see you. I got what I got. So guess what? I don't really need nobody else. And good morning, Burn, Gray Rising, Dr. B. And now you have to stretch yourself to say, okay, because Teresa said, if you don't spend time with God, you don't trust. So if you got a trust factor and and I know that God, He is one that can give you this trust. Maybe you need to spend a little bit more time. And I'm not saying get on there and spill the beans, because if somebody burn you, who is it? Maya Angelou say, when people show you who you are, believe them. And if they burn you before, they probably will burn you again. So you may not want to put much stock in that person if they've already burnt you. But don't just because one person burned you, don't miss out on the opportunity of a complete stranger that could be giving you what you want. You right, Chris? Listen, I'm gonna let everybody see that right there. It says, let me see. Oh, good morning, Rosalind. So good to see you. Right here, it says, you never know who God will send to you. Mm, that one right there was for me. I don't know what if that one was for you. I want you to say, girl, yes. Cause you never know who God gonna send your way. So we can't get caught up. We talked about being our personalities the other day. We can't get caught up in personalities and who people are, right? Because angels unaware, that is so true. We have angels unaware that we don't know who God have. And yes, I get it, because a lot of us have trust issues because of past relationships. And these past relationships, if we don't put them in check, they'll keep building and building and building. Then you got a whole wall. Then you got a stony heart, right? That God can't even get in because boom, it is it's so hard. It's so thick. It's so, So listen, yeah, I see the girl, yes, because I'm telling you, I've been there. I done that. I understand that. So listen, if we're gonna be making better choices, and we gotta get the wisdom. In order for us to do something better, we gotta get God on the scene. And that's one of the things that um I'm trusting and leaning on. I'm asking God, yes, to help me that and when you yes, it does say that, but you still have to, sometimes you got to trust your neighbor. You sometimes you do just have to trust them, in not saying putting all your stock there. I'm saying trust that if you can share something with them, and that's where this wisdom come, where you know where not to give too much information out. So we have to make sure that we are asking God for this wisdom, because that's where this wisdom come in, where you'll know, okay, you can get that discernment to say, okay, no, I'm mm-mm. And so we sometimes, like I said, those past relationships keep us, and we don't realize it. Sometimes we don't realize that we have really stopped and got our heart closed, because we don't realize that we have kept putting things on top of things on top of things. So we know that God's word is true. And so if all we got to do is just have a faith of the size of a mustard seed, and you can move whatever mountain you want to, and we're gonna be like James. We're gonna chill. We're gonna ask him to give us this, because we already said from yesterday that um we are going to go by the serenity prayer. That's what we're gonna live by, because that helps us and guides us, and there is nothing else that he won't do. Yes, okay. Yes, you got to listen. Now that blessed me. So listen, you giving me some wisdom, because guess what, Mother Deborah, I am that I'm looking forward to retiring. So I'm making a plan. I'm getting some wisdom. I'm looking forward to it, because I see people are really doing some great things being on retirement, and I'm looking forward to that. So, but guess what I'm doing? I'm seeking him in this wisdom because if I do it in my own strength, your girl would be retired today. Good morning, Mother Loretta. But I gotta have a little wisdom and I gotta have a plan. So when you do these things, you have to have wisdom and a plan. And so I'm asking God now to help me, guide me in that area. So y'all know how we do. I like to leave you with yes, yes, yes. I know it. I know it. Mother Deborah. It does something. So I always leave y'all with something to do. So, and it says this. So I want you to think about something. One decision you're currently facing, whether it's big or small. And I want you to take about some minutes. Take some time today. Bathe that thing in prayer and specifically ask God for his wisdom. Yes, yes, yes. If you treat others the way you want to be treated, things you know what? Dr. Lejeune, I'm gonna put this on the screen because I keep forgetting. I want everybody to see it. That's a rule of thumb right there. Do unto others as you want to be done unto you. And so write down whatever that thing is that you're currently facing. It can be huge, it can be small. Just write it down and ask God to, yes, wisdom and a plan. That's right, Rick. You retired too, and you've been living your best life in retirement. So God can do these things. So ask Him for the wisdom, and then I want you to put get a scripture, get a scripture, and then or find something devotional to something that relates to your situation. Go do a little research. This assignment is going to require you to do a little research. Get you some of the devotionals and get into God's word and wait for clarity before you move forward. Ooh, this is for me. When even I said, Lord, when you're preparing and doing some things, it hits the person first. And that right there, when it says, and then wait for clarity. Because right now, retiring, I don't have a full clarity on it. I really don't. And you knew, yes, no plans, just trusting God. Listen, listen. And so that's what I'm trusting and believing God for that. So I gotta wait on it. And so this thing was here. So if you would I want you to put the word wisdom in the chat if you're gonna ask him for that today to lead you for the rest of this week. And over there, just put wisdom in the chat. I just want to see, and I want you to declare this. God, he's not confused because I trust him and I won't be either. Because guess what? We know God is not the author of confusion. Listen, we know you trust God all the way, Toya, with the thing.
I'm having trouble connecting
Now
to the
you know,
internet.
you
It
know,
looks
you
like
know
an
when
issue
you
with the
have
router
all
and
these.
Echo device.
Ain't
So try
nobody told
restarting
Echo
them.
to get in the
Unplug both of
situation.
them, then plug the router back in.
I, I don't even know why she trying to get in the situation over here. Uh, Ain't nobody asked her to try to get involved in the conversation, but I guess she heard wisdom and she was trying to figure it out too. That's right. I see y'all in the chat. Yes, we're gonna ask her for this wisdom. And because guess what? He not confused, and neither will be. He's not the author of confusion. So when you see confusion getting in the way, we know who is the author of confusion. And guess what? We need to just cancel that on out and declare it out loud. Can somebody put this in the chat? Yes, we need. Yep, yep. Alexa need the wisdom, I guess. And I've been trying to get it to play music, but it ain't done nothing. And then now this morning, it's gonna talk and get involved, try to get involved with us. But okay, Alexa, we're gonna put the power of wisdom on you. And so, so we have to decree and declare a thing and ask God to help us in the things that we do because it is with him that we have this wisdom and that he can lead and direct our path. So listen, remember, we're making better choices. We're trying to be a better version of ourselves. And as I have two friends that this is their word, becoming. Tanya Lewis, she's becoming, and Kendra Cutler, that's her word, becoming. So we want to become the better version of ourselves. So in order for us to really be the ultimate person that God has called us to be, we need to get this wisdom. We need to hang our hat with James 1:5. If any man lack wisdom, let him ask for it. And I'm gonna read it one more time. And I'm about to, Keisha, I'm about to join you. I know I said I don't need another Bible. And you is overcome. Okay, come on. Overcoming. Come on here and be victorious. You need to go ahead on and write that book. I did it twice. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So James 1:5, and let me pull it up in the Gen Z Bible. I don't need somebody can gift me this Bible. Look, because I don't need to buy it. So if it's gifted to me, um, then so be it. But listen, it says I don't really need it because I got about 50 Bibles and I can pull it up over here electronically. And so, but I tell you, it's giving me life over here. It says, any of y'all need some wisdom, just hit him up. Hit up God, okay? He is always giving it out without any judgment or shade, okay? And then it says, and trust him, he'll definitely, and we talked about hooking you up yesterday, he will hook you up with what you need. So listen, sometimes we have to get it into the common denominator, but we know we read from other versions, but that Gen Z, it brings it home, it wraps it right on in to common language to what we can figure out. So let's guess what, let's hit God up. Let's hit him right on up and ask him to give us this wisdom. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same back channel. So let's get on over to you got a few minutes to get on over to Sister Circle. And today is day 5. And guess what? Yes, it's a good Bible to Gen Z. Get on over there for it is well. So anything that you're going through and you believe in God, come on over there. Turn around the corner and go over there to the left. And then we got 3 churches. You can choose from any one. Take a seat and find out what it is well is all about today. That's one of my favorite days, because guess what? When anything is going on and the enemy try to get you all choked up and try to get you all messed up, you don't, it doesn't it can get you all in a, as my grandma and I used to say, get your panties in the wad. We don't need to get our panties in the wad, because all we have to do is go over there to James 5. We have to ask him for that wisdom, seek him, and let him know. Yes, because we have to go up and show up and show out. And speaking up, showing up and showing out, y'all know your girl is a published author. And some of you all, I didn't forget, I gotta I've been touring the world. But you need to get this copy of this book. It's 15 different stories, 15 different authors that have a chapter in the book. Mine is No Longer Bound, No More Chains Holding Me. Hashtag, that's where free her comes. And that's what we're doing. So if you need this copy, baby, I got a look, bro. Black say, come on and buy and get these books so I can free up some space of that I'm taking over his space. So ask God to give you the wisdom and in the things that we're doing, and we're making good decisions. And so we will see you all next week. Look, that is an exercise, but that ain't the one I want to show y'all. We've been exercising. I think they're going out there today. I'm not able to do today, but I think they're going out there today. Correct me, Dr. B. I think they're going to be in High Point. And so we're looking to join and come on up and go. I want to do one day in Winston and one day in Greensboro, because there are some people that said they want to walk that's here in Greensboro. And so I said we were going to tour the city. So here we are. So yes. And I will autograph them. Okay, get you. That's right, mind, body, and soul. Yes, I think Teresa has a trainer. Sometimes you need somebody else to help guide you, and um do those things. So join us. We'll be we having to try to decide whether or not which day we'll be in Winston. And so Regina, let me know. I saw your post. So we're getting there. We're getting some movement, y'all. So join us. We'll be in one of 3 cities, and hopefully we can just rally around and get a group of people, and we can just get a whole thing started, get a whole new I got you. So you're walking today. I can't do Thursdays, but um I think Dr. B said they may go to Kernersville, so maybe the 3 of you all can hook up and get something on. Movement is medicine, as Coach Candace would say, and the more you move, the better you feel. So um use a little wisdom today, and I'm asking God to help me do some better choices and do some things. So I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Take care, and I'll see you, some of you all, in a few for day 5. It is well.
Now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside.